Hi, I'm Sam.
And I'm McKenna. Welcome to the show.
This week on the show, we have Tech Talks with Katie, Josh, Jalen, Eric, followed by Media Review with Willow, and Weather with Nate.
All that and more on the show.
McKenna, did you go hunting?
No.
Well, I did. Not.
We may not have gone hunting, but I'm sure other students did. Let's see what you had to say about it on Tech Talks.
Hi, my name is Eric.
Hi, I'm Katie.
And I'm Josh.
This is Tech Talks.
Hunting edition.
Not anymore. No. Because I can't hurt animals. This is gross.
Yeah, I do.
I do hunt as well.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Why?
Because my dad thinks that I will feel too bad for the animal if I kill it.
One time, my brother fell out of the tree hut and broke his leg.
Me and my dad were hunting one time when I was about 9, and a deer ran below us, and I accidentally shot him in the foot.
I shot a deer when I was running at about 150 yards and ended up hitting it.
I guess the very first time I went hunting was I shot a doe within like 20 minutes of being out there.
I did not. I was standing there on the other side of my truck, and I saw this massive deer. It was the whole size of the hood of my car. It had 2 points, biggest deer I ever saw in my life, and I didn't have my gun. So I chased after it with a hatchet, and it ran away.
I like hunting coyotes because you get to call them in and they're really fun to go out and shoot.
Probably rabbits.
There was a nice sized 8-point that I shot.
I love to deer hunt. I love to bow hunt. For me, I love sitting in a tree stand in the fall with my bow.
Well, that would be deer. That's pretty much the only time I ever do get to hunt is for deer season.
Definitely bear, because they're a lot harder to kill than most.
I like hunting alligators because you can wrestle them in swamps. And
I shot a 96-inch 10-point before.
I shot an 8-point with a 19.5-inch outside spread.
It's a doe. It was a very large doe.
I shot an 8-point last year, so biggest buck.
Last year, actually, after the storm, I was going to head in, and the storm came, so I couldn't leave. And all my friends were texting me, sending me pictures of pizza and dough balls and Mountain Dew, and I was all mad. And then as soon as the storm left, I saw the biggest buck, and I shot the biggest buck. So here's the moral of the story: stay in your stand.
Those are some interesting antlers.
Oh dear. On November 24th, there is a half day, so no PM Tech.
Are you looking for a big boy job? Well, get your big boy pants on and apply for Big Boy and Bad X.
Winning scholarships can be sweet. Apply for the ice cream flavor of the month to win a $1,500 scholarship. Talk to Ms. Smith for more information.
Saying those announcements got me thirsty. I could use some water.
Speaking of water, let's dive into Scuba Part 2 with the law enforcement class.
So we had our second day of dive training this past week. We were at the pools, and we just started off, last week was was mask and snorkel. This week we implemented fins, and we just added to a little bit of last week. The way you practice is the way you play. I'm sure your coaches tell you that. Same thing in public safety. The way you train is the way you're going to perform when an emergency happens. You will resort back to your training. You build good habits, good muscle memory, and you should do that in anything in life. The way you practice is the way you're going to play in life. The way you train is the way you're going to perform. So we added to the mask clearing snorkel work. We implemented the fins and basic kicks, and we started swimming with the victim. So if you found a drowning victim or your buddy, even if out in real life you're out in Saginaw Bay, something happens, how to swim to shore, keeping his head above water. So just basic things.
It was a lot easier on the second day. it was a lot more funner. We got to be mermaids for a little bit.
Day 2 was actually easier than day 1, I think, because we got to work with the fins. My fins were too big, so it was kind of hard to kick, but I got the hang of it, and it's really fun.
And we introduced the dive equipment, your buoyancy control, your regulator, thing that you breathe out of, putting that together, and next week we'll take our first breaths underwater.
Looks like the law class had fun playing in the water.
Next up, we have media review with Willow on a movie called The Mitchells vs. the Machines.
Yo, my name is Willow, and I'm going to be talking about the Netflix movie The Mitchells vs. the Machines in this week's media review. The Mitchells vs. the Machines is about a girl named Katie and her family. Katie is going to film school and is super excited to leave. After an argument at dinner with her dad decided he was going to fix everything by canceling her flight to college and going on a good old family road trip instead. The road trip isn't really going to plan. But yo, look at that! A dinosaur museum. Maybe seeing dinosaurs with her little brother Aaron will help with this awful road trip. Nah, now Katie and her family have to save the world from evil robots. An unstable family trying to save the world from evil robots. Okay, let's see how that goes. The Mitchells vs. the Machines is made by the same people who made Into the Spider-Verse. If you liked that movie, you're going to highly enjoy this one. I personally am in love with this movie. The animation, art style, and the way that you can relate to the characters very easily. Everything about this movie was just so amazing and very visually nice. So I would highly recommend watching it. It's on Netflix and was in the top 10 for about a month. So I'm assuming a lot of other people liked it too. Well, I think I should go before I start talking about something way off topic. This has been Willow with Media Review. Remember to stay hydrated, and I'll see you later.
Thank you for the media review.
McKenna, I just remembered something.
What's on your mind?
I used to go hunting.
Really? What was the weather like?
I don't remember. But Nate knows the weather for this week. Let's see what he has to say.
Hey yo friends, Nate here with the weather today. And this week is looking pretty darn bleak, with lots of clouds besides Thursday with PM showers and Saturday with AM showers. The highs will be in the low 40s and the lows will be in the high 20s. This has been the weather with Nate. Peace out. See ya.
Thank you for the weather update. Hopefully you guys can still hunt in that.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week. People need to get back to their blinds.
Thank you for joining us.
Have an amazing week.